The year was 1949. America was celebrating the end of World War II and looking to the future. But in a quiet suburb of Washington, D.C., a darkness was descending. Not upon the world at large, but upon a single family, the family of Roland Doe. Although that wasn't his real name, it would become infamous. He was a typical 14-year-old boy. He enjoyed playing with his Ouija board. He loved his Aunt Harriet. He had no idea of the horrors that were about to be unleashed. Aunt Harriet was a spiritualist. She entertained Roland with the Ouija board. They would try to contact spirits together. It seemed like harmless fun. Neither of them knew that they were toying with dangerous forces. Then, tragedy struck. Aunt Harriet died suddenly. Roland was devastated. After his aunt's death, strange things began to happen around Roland. The family began to suspect that something was wrong. The disturbances in the Doe household escalated. Whispers seemed to emanate from the walls. Furniture moved inexplicably. Scratches appeared on the walls and floors. The family was living in a nightmare. They were trapped in their own home. Fear became a constant companion. Sleep offered no escape, only haunted dreams. The family's nerves were frayed. They knew they needed help. But where could they turn? The family first sought help from their medical doctor. He could find no medical explanation. He recommended rest and relaxation, but things did not return to normal. In fact, they worsened. Fear turned to terror as the phenomena intensified. Roland's body became a canvas for something truly horrific. Words appeared etched into his skin, as if carved by an unseen hand. Scratches, welts, and bruises manifested without explanation. These were not the marks of a normal child, these were the marks of something evil. Desperate for answers, the family turned to their faith. They were devout Catholics. They believed that their parish priest could offer solace and guidance. They confided in him about the strange occurrences, the terrifying marks on their son's body. The priest listened intently, his face etched with concern. He had never encountered anything like it before. He decided to consult with his superiors in the church. The church was initially hesitant to get involved. They recommended that the family seek further medical advice. The family followed the church's advice, but to no avail. Doctors were baffled. The family's hope dwindled with each passing day. As a last resort, the family returned to the church. They pleaded for help, convinced that their son was possessed. The church, moved by their desperation and the increasingly disturbing evidence, agreed to intervene. Two Jesuit priests, Father William Bowdern and Father Walter Halloran, were assigned to investigate. Both men were experienced spiritual advisors. They approached the case with a mixture of caution and determination. The priest began by interviewing the family. They listened intently as the Does recounted the horrifying events of the past weeks. They observed Roland closely, noting his strange behavior and the marks on his body. Father Bowdern and Father Halloran were convinced that this was no ordinary case. They believed that they were dealing with a genuine case of demonic possession. They were determined to free him from its grasp. Section 5. The Devil's Tongue. The first exorcism session was held in a small room at Georgetown University Hospital. Roland, strapped to his bed, fought against the restraints with unnatural strength. His voice, distorted and guttural, spewed obscenities and blasphemies. The priests, armed with holy water and their faith, began the ancient rites of exorcism. The air grew heavy, the room seemingly colder. An oppressive atmosphere descended. The battle between good and evil had begun. The exorcism sessions continued for weeks. Each one was a harrowing ordeal. Roland's behavior became increasingly erratic and violent. He levitated from the bed. He spoke in tongues, including Latin, a language he did not know. The priests persevered, their faith tested, but not broken. Section 6. The power of Christ compels you. The final confrontation was the most intense. Roland, his voice a chilling rasp, taunted the priests, challenging their faith and mocking their God. He revealed intimate knowledge of their past sins, attempting to shake their resolve. Yet, the priests stood firm, their faith unshaken. They continued the rites of exorcism, their voices filled with the power of their conviction. Finally, after weeks of torment, a glimmer of hope. Roland's struggles began to subside. His voice, no longer guttural, called out for God's mercy. The exorcism was complete. Section 7. Peace at last. The aftermath of the exorcism was a time of healing and reflection. Roland Doe, his true identity protected, went on to live a relatively normal life. The church, after a thorough investigation, declared the case a genuine possession and exorcism. The events at Georgetown University Hospital became a closely guarded secret within the church, known only to a select few. Roland Doe's story, though shrouded in secrecy, eventually found its way into the public consciousness. It served as a chilling reminder of the unseen forces that may lurk at the edges of our reality. The case also had a profound impact on popular culture, inspiring one of the most terrifying novels and films ever created. Section 8. Inspired by true events. William Peter Blatty, a novelist, heard rumors of the Roland Doe case. Intrigued, he researched the events, interviewing witnesses and studying the church's accounts. The result was his best-selling novel, The Exorcist, published in 1971. Blatty's novel, a fictionalized account of Roland Doe's possession and exorcism, captured the public's imagination. It was a terrifying exploration of faith, doubt, and the power of evil. 2 years later, the novel was adapted into a film, also titled The Exorcist. Directed by William Friedkin, the film was a critical and commercial success, terrifying audiences worldwide. It became a cultural phenomenon, sparking widespread debate about the nature of evil and the existence of demonic forces. The story of Roland Doe, though often dismissed as mere superstition, stands as a testament to the enduring power of belief and the darkness that can sometimes lurk within the human heart.